I just wanted to tell you guys about a situation that happened one time about 20 years ago when I first started working at the prison that I work at. I just had an occasion to see kind of these special operations guys that you saw like in Ferguson that got called in, kind of the way that they behave, and it just really amazed me.
Let me ask you this. So you're talking about like a SWAT team kind of thing, right?
Right, disturbance control, special operations. There's two different teams, but yeah, they're like special ops guys that deal with problems inside the prison.
Do they bring them direct in from sort of around the state? They call them in for particular instances, or is it just a team of correctional officers that work at that particular prison?
Correct, the latter. Yeah, it's a team of correctional officers here. But I was a rookie, and we had a food strike, and the warden declared an institutional emergency and called in the teams, and I was just really amazed. It was the first time I've ever been exposed to anything like this before, and just these guys' attitude when they came in, it was like I was just so amazed because they were just chomping at the bit. They wanted so bad to get in there and bust heads. I mean, they were really hoping that this thing escalated into an all-out battle with these guys. And every single time I've seen them activated, it's the same spirit. I mean,
I saw it one time, too. The prison that I was at was in lockdown for, I think, 3 days, and they sent these guys in with their helmets and their shields and their sticks and the whole thing. And, they were just kind of pulling people out of line and asking them mean, kind of rough questions just to see if they could get them to go off. These aren't people that were involved in any kind of riot or anything like that. Just kind of, you weren't looking down and not speaking enough or something. And just trying to see whether they could goad them into some kind of response.
Exactly, and that's what they do. And as soon as they give you any amount of resistance whatsoever, any staff member can call over the goon squad, and they slam them and drag them off to the hole. So it's really it's scary. It really is.
This is these teams tend to be the ones that the most testosterone driven of the guards are going to be drawn to. The cool guards, they're not going to be on this team. It's not for them. It's 12 or 24 of the hand-picked biggest most upset prison guards they've got, right?
Yeah, so the guard that will look the other way because you've wet some toilet paper and then added soap to it to form some sort of little arts and crafts thing, which technically is contraband to mix water with toilet paper and soap. So the guard that looks the other way because you're bored and did arts and crafts, he's not the guy that they're going to put on these teams. They're going to put the guy that wants to crack some heads, that's always looking for an excuse to crack some heads.
Yes, exactly.
Doug, thanks for the call. What's that?
There was one other thing I wanted to tell you about that experience. Do you have time?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Well, when they brought the special operations team in, it was the middle of the summertime, and they all had their helmets, all their full battle gear on, just like you saw in Ferguson. But they had like these ninja masks on, like these ski masks. They were wearing for hours and hours at a time. And at one point, I went over to the guy and I said, "Dude, why in the world are you guys wearing these ski masks? What could possibly be the reason for that?" And he kind of looked at me and he kind of blinked his eye and he said, "They can't sue you if they can't sue you if they can't identify who hit them." I said, "Oh, okay, I got it. So that's kind of their, and you see the same thing happening in Ferguson. They took off their name tags, they cover their faces, they wear a gas mask when they don't need to be wearing gas masks, and it's to conceal their identity so they can just kick butt and take names and don't have to worry about any repercussions.
Yeah, it dehumanizes on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have those, that's the purpose of glasses, these sunglasses when police don't need to wear them. Everybody needs to wear sunglasses now and then, but that's the idea, is to put something between you and me. Yeah. I am now an automaton. I can get away with whatever I want. I am the government's minion. I am the king's man.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.